Let's talk about the scale. So today this video is all about the 7 most common fluctuations that you'll see when you weigh yourself. And then the second half will be common weight loss trends. So when you weigh yourself, it's not gonna be a constant straight line down. No, there's gonna be ups and downs along the way. So I really want you to understand what that's all about. So you might have mixed feelings about the scale, which is totally understandable. It's created a bad relationship for a lot of people, but this is what's very important to know about the scale. It's just a form of data. You're collecting data to see what's going right, what's going wrong. So when you weigh yourself, you gotta get into the mindset of just walking on that scale, getting the number and getting off. You don't wanna let it dictate your mood because there's so many other factors that are going on. So weigh yourself, accept the number, whether it's up or down, and move on from there. In my opinion, you should be weighing yourself every single day. Ideally, first thing in the morning, right after you go to the bathroom, minimal to no clothes on. Now, this is the reason why. So imagine you weigh yourself once a week. Let's say on Sunday you weigh 170. The next Sunday you weigh 172, which we'll get into why maybe that happened here in a second. But you're not gonna feel very good, right? If the scale jumped up 2 pounds. But what if you weighed yourself every single day and you were 170, 169.5, 169, 168.6, and you kind of look at the trend. So maybe you had one day of spiking because of something we're going to be talking about, but overall, maybe you lost a half a pound. So that's why it's very important. Weigh yourself every day, take the average, and then that's how you can track your progress. Now let's get into the 7 most common reasons why the scale might fluctuate for you. So most of the time when the scale spikes up out of nowhere, it's not really fat because of this reason. In order to gain a pound of fat, you have to eat 3,500 calories above what your maintenance calories is. So it's very unlikely that you're eating 6,000, 7,000 calories in a day for it to justify the scale jumping up 2 pounds. Most likely it's because of water. So these first 5 that I'm going to be talking about, the scale spiking because you probably are just holding on to more water. So the first 2, if you have more salty food than normal, your body holds on to that and you're gonna hold on to more water. Same thing with carbs. Carbohydrates hold on to water, the scale is gonna spike. Number 3, stress. So when you are stressed out, your body sends out a hormone called cortisol into your body. When you have more cortisol than normal, your body's gonna hold on to more water, scale spiking. Number 4, lifting weights. So the day after you work out, it's very common for your weight to go up because your body's basically trying to be a sponge. So it's trying to soak up as much nutrients as it can to help repair your muscles. So scale's gonna go up. And finally, number 5, if you're a female, it is very common for your weight to go up when you're on your period. So number 6, if you eat later than normal, so say you normally have dinner at 6 o'clock and then for some reason you had to eat dinner at 9 p.m., that 3-hour difference totally changes the timing of your digestive system. So it's very normal for a 3-hour gap to make the scale look different if you weigh yourself at the same time the next morning. So you're just digesting food, it's not actual fat. And finally, number 7, should have been number 2, right? You gotta go to the bathroom. Simple as that. All right, now let's get into some of the trends that your graph might look like as you track your progress. So I kind of looked through a lot of my different online clients' graphs to see kind of different trends. And these are the 3 most common ones that I noticed. So the first one is when someone will just kind of be floating around the same weight and then boom, they have a swoosh. So they flush out a pound to maybe 3 pounds of fat. So what this one looks like, that'll look like that. So, it's not a direct straight line. It's gonna go up and down a little bit, but it's kind of hanging around the same, and then boom, they lose a little bit of weight. Then they might have a week or 2 of kind of the same weight, boom, then they have their next drop. The second one is kind of more of a traditional, just straight line down with little spikes here and there. So this is the person that kind of just, they're chipping away. They never have big swooshes, but they're just kind of all the time going down, down, down just a little bit. And the third one is, this is one that kind of frustrates people, but it's important to look at the big picture. So their weight will go down, but then immediately they have a spike. Then they'll start working their way down, have a spike. Work their way down, have a spike. So this one can be dangerous because someone might be happy, having a good time, losing weight. Boom, their weight spikes and they're like, what's going on? Then they just quit. But if they kept going with it, it'll start going down again. So it's always important, look at the big picture. Trending down. Trending down. And trending down. So just remember, the scale is going to go up and down. It's just data. Track it, know why the scale is fluctuating, but just focus on the big picture, be consistent, and you'll eventually get to your goal.